Welcome back to episode 4 of our F125 driver career mode. In the last episode, we raced at Imola and had an amazing comeback drive that went down to the last lap. So if you haven't seen that episode yet, be sure to check it out. For this episode, we're going to be taking on the Spanish Grand Prix, where we hope to get our best finish of the season. Starting off here in Q1, we're going to be impeded by Jack Doohan, it looks like, but it shouldn't matter too much. I've been feeling great here in the practice sessions, and I think the car is really starting to come alive here. And as I say that here, we're going to jump towards the end of the lap, and we are 1.7 seconds up on our banker. Pretty drastic jump here as we actually go P2 here in Q1. P3 here as a couple people pass us here at the end. But I think for this weekend, I know I kind of alluded to it in the intro there, I think we're really going to be pushing for our best result of the season, which I believe is 9th place. So, nothing too insane, but like I said earlier, the car is feeling awesome at this circuit, and I get impeded again there by Nico Hulkenberg. I don't really know what's going on there. I guess I'm picking some bad times to exit the pits, but we're P7 as of right now, finishing our second flyer in Q2. As we go to line, it's going to be a 15.5. It's going to be good for P7 again here. We come back around here on the third lap of Q2, and we are up big, 4.5 tenths through sector 1. Just barely avoided track limits there. It was a little time. We're on about 4 tenths. Just getting it nice and tidy there. But like I've said, I think, that's the goal for this weekend. I'm hoping Ollie can kind of match us, and we're not just a one-man show in this car. But we'll come to the line here, be 2 tenths up, and we will finish P8 here in Q2. And this is actually our first Q3 of the career. We've never made Q3 in this car. So we go on to Q3 here, and I set a purple first sector. I can't remember if I've actually made it out of the pits really than some of these guys. Looks like I haven't. Looks like that is actually just an earned purple sector there, which is pretty crazy in a Haas. I haven't changed the difficulty at all, so this is just me feeling good at this track in this car, and we've upgraded it, so that's certainly part of it. So we'll come to the line here though, P6 on the banker, and that's feeling good. I think I had a fresh set of tires for Q3 that I didn't end up using in Q2, so I have an extra set, I believe. And we're looking here, another 4 tenths up. So we are going to be getting faster and faster. The track is going to be evolving from Q1 to Q3 here. And that's going to be P5. That's going to be our best result of this season so far. Let's get on to the race.
Max Verstappen's first win for Red Bull on debut here. One of the great dramatic days in Formula One after the clash on the first lap of Hamilton and Rosberg. The entire crowd at turn 7 on their feet, cheering. An extraordinary race. It's always a treat to come back here for the Spanish Grand Prix. We go back to the future at the Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya, as the chicane has been chucked in the bin in the final sector. It shortens lap times and reduces the total track length to 2.9 miles and 14 turns. This was the original version of the circuit, but it hasn't been used since 2007. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Leclerc, Haas, and Tsunoda, Russell, Sainz, Antonelli, and Nico Hulkenberg, Behrman, Hamilton, Alex Albon, and Gasly, Lawson, Hadjar, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Lance Stroll, Alonso, and Jack Doohan. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Well, what a race we have in prospect. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Joining me is Naomi Schiff. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine? Here we go then. The formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. As the cars come back to the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that within the points.
The name of the game here is to stay alive as we go to the 5 red lights, and we're underway here at Spain in Barcelona here. A little bit of wheel spin off the line, but looks like we have a better start than Oscar Piastri. Is going to be moving up into 4th place here, going down towards turn 1. Looks like Lando and Charles are going to be battling here as Max is going to be taking off again. Similar to what we saw in Imola last time out, that Red Bull is just absolutely rapid right now at this point of the season, and he's already gapped the Ferrari by a second there, so he is going to be gone as we are holding on to that 4th place here. Just trying to stick with Lando if we can. The Ferrari going a bit sideways there. I could read the side pod on there. We are going to just be trying to use as much of the speed of these cars ahead of us as we can, not even really looking for overtakes unless they present themselves. And we're just going to be trying to hang on for dear life here as we come around towards the end of this first lap, holding on to that P4. And Ollie is down there in P13, so hopefully he can end up with some points here in this race as well, assuming it all goes well. For the strategy here, I think we're hoping to go for a 1-stop if possible, but the suggestion was to do a 2-stop.
DRS is now available.
We'll have to see what the AI ends up doing. Strategy based on that, because I don't want to lose this DRS train if possible, but if we can manage the tires, we might be able to get an extremely good result just doing a 1-stop compared to their 2-stop. As I'm taking a look here, I'm noticing that we're on the soft tires, and the only one around us on softs is Leclerc. And I wonder if that's kind of a mistake on my part. Maybe if it's better on the mediums. So I worry our tires are going to drop off way before the medium runners, and that's going to leave us in the dust. Now, it's probably allowed us to make that jump on Piastri at the start with the softer compound, and probably is allowing us to hold on Lando from behind, but I wonder for how long that'll last here, and if we can maybe just use Leclerc's pace instead. Right now, it's not going to be possible. We're about 3/10 out of the DRS range as we come into the first, I guess the second DRS zone of the lap here. The first one being the last straight. Weren't in the range, but we've actually gapped.
You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Really good stuff.
Mark says we're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. That's a pretty sizable delta in terms of time difference here. Let's see if we can burn some of this battery and catch up to Leclerc, because if we can do that and kind of work together, run away from Lando, maybe even catch Max, I think we're going to be in business here. Maybe even, I don't want to jinx anything, but maybe we could even make a podium here. A few laps later here, we have completely dropped Lando and George Russell here, sticking with Leclerc, but Max on those mediums is starting to pull away. I think my tires are about gone. I don't know about Leclerc's. See what he does here. I think we're gonna just stick with him for as long as we can and try to just go on when he does and use some of his DRS and make sure we don't lose
You should
it.
be feeling the effects of
He
some
is
tyre wear
certainly
soon,
faster
so
than
stay
us
on your toes.
on raw pace. But we're gonna actually go for it here down the inside.
Great stuff, mate. You hit the
He's
target
gonna,
well there. Nice one.
let
There's
us,
a long way to go in this
not,
race, though, so keep your head
do the
down.
tire banging, but if his tires are going to fall off before ours, maybe we do need to pass him. or maybe line up another move here down to this hairpin situation down here. But no, he is definitely faster than us at the moment. We kind of had that one shot and hoping to not get swallowed up by Russell as he's rapidly gaining on us now, bringing him and Lando back into the mix. There is a sizable gap between going on down here, bottom left there. Sizable gap between Lando and what looks like Nike down there in 6th. We go deep here into that corner and just trying to stick on Leclerc, stick as close to as we can to him before the DRS zone. Just trying to wait him out. Just make him go into the pits and we're going to dive in with him. I know Mark said my tire wear is getting bad.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Here's the pit window, and we are definitely faster than Leclerc at this point. I know we have the tire wear symbol right there, but I don't feel that slow right now. I obviously feel faster than Ferrari if I'm gonna go past him and then see if I can create a bit of a gap here. 4/10 up. It's not much, but considering I'm in a Haas and he's in a Ferrari, being able to pass him at all is a pretty good accomplishment. So I know I said the tire wear wasn't that bad. We're gonna wait for Charles, but a couple laps later, it is getting bad. I'm gonna dive into the pits then and just barely get it stopped there. And I'm gonna say, his tires are falling off. We're getting slow. Max is getting low. Let's pit onto some mediums here and see what we can do.
Okay, off we go, back into the race.
Here.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
As looks like there is some commotion here.
Safety car,
okay.
No overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we
take another
form
look at that. But I think Kimi had an engine failure down the main straight. Oh, there it is. And that caused Liam Lawson and Gabriel Bortoletto to crash into him. Let's take another look here. Yeah, so his engine definitely dying on the straight. He's definitely getting slow. But then he's going to move off the racing line and then back onto it. And, man, that is something right there. Bortoletto can't get out of the way. Doesn't expect him to come onto the racing line. Completely rips the front right wheel off there. Lawson is kind of thinking the same thing. I'm just going to follow Bortoletto through and gets kind of in a situation where he can't really do anything. They're actually going to give him a 10-second penalty for that too, which I find kind of ridiculous. But that is actually a pretty bad safety car for us. If we would have just stayed out one more lap, we would have been great. But because of that, Russell and Norris jump us, and now they're on
safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. And remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flag.
Resume the lap. I was unable to get any heat until I saw him leaving a little bit.
Green flag.
Leaving pretty aggressively during the entire lap there towards the end of that last sector. And I'm gonna say I'm wasting no time getting around Lando. We know we're faster than him for some reason around this track. At least we were on the first one. So I'm just going to do whatever I can to push on here. A little bit later here, got in the DRS range of George Russell, and I think I'm going to be going for the move, dumping the battery on the exit of the last corner there. Pulling the DRS.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.9 seconds.
The Ferrari engine is doing work in this last one. We're back up to where we were, but this time we have the tire damage, at least in the long term. So if I can hang with Leclerc on his softs, let him chew those up, I think I might be able to push on here, and I might be able to even fight for the win at this point. I know Max is about a second ahead of Leclerc, but I think we're going to be looking good Because I think they're going to have to make another stop. Leclerc definitely is. He's gone from soft to soft, so he's got to switch compounds. But there's no way Max is getting to the end.
Tyre wear rates are lower than we
He's
expected.
definitely going
Stay
for
up a little longer if you can.
We're just going to have to see how we can manage our tire wear. It's like, go to the inside, back up to the outside, side by side through turn 1 and turn 2, up through turn 3 here, hanging it around the outside of Leclerc. This is awesome racing here. Unless we're going to see who's going to break first. It's going to be close there. I think Leclerc is going to just be able to barely hang this out. Look at Piastri's view. Norris's view, and he's going to take a look, but nothing's going to be there. So that was some pretty great racing between me and Leclerc there, side by side through almost the whole first sector.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
Come back at him here later, and just get things done nice and clean before the first turn, and set our sights on Max here. They've been on these soft tires for a while now at this point. I think we definitely have the advantage, and we're going to be trying to make the most of it. Leclerc is coming back with a vengeance.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
We might have the tire advantage, but he has the everything else advantage in that Ferrari. I'm gonna do what I can here, send it way up the inside, just barely get it stopped, maybe a little wide, but forces him to get out of the way or get hit from us. We claim the apex first. And the tires are not feeling awesome. Bit of a mistake through that corner there, and we're going to try to do what we can to defend Leclerc. Not going to be enough as we go later on into the lap here. And we are just going back and forth, slugging it out, but that is unfortunately letting Max get away. He's gone 7 seconds up the road from us. Little moment there. Nothing to worry about. Leclerc is going to jump into the pits, so this is our moment here. We're going to see if we can get as big of a gap as we can. Marcus is going to tell us to pit, and we're going to have to weigh that decision right now. We have a couple options. We could stick on these mediums to the end. That's option 1. We could stick with the original plan of soft, medium,
Keep an eye on
so
your
pit
distance and the
mediums.
speed limit line as you approach,
That's
and
option
make
2.
sure you don't speed.
Or we could stay on these tires for a little bit and then go to softs at the end. Just try to be absolutely rapid here. Max is into the pits now. We are effective race leader for the moment, and the only thing that's going to change that is if we decide to pit. Right now the tires feel fine. 41% on the left side is not great, but if we can take care of them here. The pit lane at this track is long, so we could maybe just hold on and pray for dear life. As we're on lap 29 of 33, decided, you know what, we're sticking it out. The softs aren't going to be big enough here. Max has been catching us way faster than the other two, everyone else in this race, and it's between us and him at this point. This is going to be the podium secured for us, I think. I don't think there's any way, unless we have a ginormous mistake here at the end, something catastrophic happens. The other cars are just not going to be able to catch us. So we're going to be holding on for dear life as Max comes hunting us down. See him right behind us there, looking menacing. 2 seconds is the gap. 4 laps left. We'll see if we can hold on here. This would be our best result by far, and I think I'm going to try to use Jack Doohan up here as we have a huge moment, going sideways, almost similar to what Leclerc did on the first lap. And that's going to bring Verstappen right into the mix now. Our gap is gone. It was 2 seconds, now down to half a second here. And I'm going to try to I'm going to need Doohan at this point to kind of get in the way. Maybe slow him down a little bit, even though he'll get the blue flags here. And maybe use him to hold up Max down this straight, looks like. And see if we can get some of our advantage we had over Max back on our side here. Going down into the final corners here. Max is within 2 tenths now, within 3 tenths. And we'll deploy the DRS from Jack Doohan. That's going to help a lot, actually, just having the DRS. But Max has crazy amounts of overspeed, but he actually gets boxed in a little bit by us in doing getting out of the way off the racing line. But there wasn't anywhere else for Max to go but be stuck behind me. And we're going to be doing whatever we can here. The tires are going. Bottom right there, it is red. I'm not looking at the tire wear. If you look at the tire wear, as I looked there for a second, just to see how bad it is, I'm not looking anymore. We're not looking at it anymore. If I look at it, it'll get worse. If I don't look at it, it's not a problem. Pretty sure how that works anyway. And yeah, Max he's passed us. And
okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
We'll have a lap. We'll see what we can do, but I'm not confident. He's already 7 tenths clear at this point, 8 tenths. I'm going to burn all the battery I can. I don't really have any. I've used it all trying to defend down that straight. But if we can maybe get into the DRS zone in Sector 2, maybe have a shot. We'll see what we can do at that point. Dumping all the battery I just harvested. Trying to stick under that 1 second mark. It's going to be close. To the detecting zone here, or to the activation zone, we do have the DRS. Burning it all. I'm trying to harvest as much as I can. Switching the ERS to none here as we go on to the final lap. So see from if you watched the last episode, I learned my lesson with the fuel. We're 2 laps over at this point. I'm kind of kicking myself for that. And oh my gosh, Leclerc is pitting. Or he pit with a couple laps to go. This is lap 30 of 33 here. So that's why he's not in the picture. It's because he pit with 4 laps to go. I don't know what happened. It didn't look like he had any damage, but obviously that was after the pits, so he must have. I don't know what that was. As Max Verstappen rounds the final corner here, he's going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. But that means we're going to take P2 with no problem for our best race of the season.
We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes!
He has left the entire field behind once more. It's victory for Max Verstappen.
Incredible victory today, and this really keeps their hopes in the driver's title away, and you can just see how much of a celebration is going on down there. It proves what it means to them.
Now it is time to start the celebrations as we welcome our top 3. Max Verstappen has been here before, another win in Formula 1.
What an awesome race for us. Our first podium of our career, highest finish of the season by far. Just turning a 2-stop into a 1-stop, holding on to those mediums until they were in the 80s for tire wear percentage. Just praying for no puncture at the end, no delamination, and just hoping to finish. There was a pretty big gap between us and P3, so I think that was the right decision. But man, that was a race. Looking at the standings here, Ollie in P13. Charles ended up out of the points after a great race he had. That's unfortunate for him. We'll look at the driver standings here. That bumps us up to 9th place in the standings in a Haas. So I'm really happy with that, considering some of the people we're up against. And for the constructor standings, puts us in 7th. Again, really happy with how things have gone so far in the season. But with that being said, guys, if you did like this episode, please be sure to leave a like. It really helps a lot. And consider hitting the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.